Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's had a great, wonderful, fantastic day, or having a great, wonderful, fantastic day. Alright, we're going to bring you along on an idea I've got, just in case if you want the idea later. We've got our American guinea hogs, and as their type, they like to eat hay and things like that, and I've been trying to come up with a hay rack design for them. It's a little different, you know, they're not as tall as the goats and the cows and the donkey and everything like that. So I think I've got an idea. Y'all come along with me, hopefully. Tell me about any other ideas you might have for improvements as I'm doing this, I guess, too, to where maybe I can use that for the next one, or hopefully me doing this might give you the better idea of how you can design your own if you have some small pigs like this too that will, you know, eat hay and stuff like that. So on this one, my idea is not to have the bottom to it, because they're not, you know, probably going to really climb up into it, and they can't eat basically in the middle like when I've beat them together before. So my idea is to basically pretty much cut it down a little shorter, because it doesn't need to be as tall, and to also take one side and put it to the back side of this. So I'll show y'all what I'm talking about as I go. All right, let's get started. Okay, so like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and take this whole, I'm just going to use just the frame part this time and not the bottom. Okay, so got the bottom off, and I believe right now their little noses hit at about 16 inches kind of going up. So I think I'm going to carry this to it's about roughly 30 inches high. So I'm going to cut one whole side all the way around the 30-inch mark, except for the back side, because I'm going to leave that as a full piece, because I'm going to put it in an angle from not the very bottom, but the next little bar up that I have here, and it can go angled back and not be, you know, too steep or anything if I've got it, you know, the other side longer. So let's get to cutting. And I just use my little reciprocating saw with a metal blade on it. Okay, so now we're going to cut all the front off. That's what we're going to do next. Alright. So, idea now, take it.
Thinking too hard, huh?
Yeah, I think I need some thinking juice.
Give me just a sec.
Okay, there we go. Now, like I said, their little noses are getting to be about 16 inches. They're going to grow. So up to... We're out of thinking juice. How can we be out of thinking juice?
You drank it all?
Oh no! That can't be. So what I'll end up doing, here is this is going to pull down to about almost the front, and we're going to either wire it up or screw it in. But it looks like the idea needs to be taking off the little excess bars. I was going to kind of use those to attach to the side here. So I have to look at that a little bit more in depth, I think. So on that bottom frame, the curve, you're going to need to take it off to get it to line up good to attach it to the bottom pole there. Taking off the next curve as well from the bottom. Looks like you're going to have to take the third one off the bottom too. Yeah, so actually, it looks like I could have just took the whole top off at one time. I don't need the longer piece in the front. I thought I was going to, but I guess I don't need it. So I'm going to end up just taking the top two pieces off, making it the same height as the other side. So we could have left it as just the one big extra little short square to do something with it. Live and learn. What I'm going to do is loop these two on this side and these two over here on this side where they kind of bend in and around that other side. Been using this little wire. Comes in pretty handy. This is normally that little thin wire that's wrapped around your cage wire and stuff for like hardware cloth and things like that. That's what this wire comes in pretty handy, pretty flexible, pretty strong, and I just basically wrap and sew it together along the bottom. It's working pretty good. All right, I think it turned out pretty decent. I didn't screw this up yet because tucking it underneath the metal actually held it. So it's about 31 inches tall. Like I said, the pigs right now being young, they will get a little bigger, so then they can reach up higher, but 16 inches is where about their nose is hitting up to right now. So you could basically take the whole top off of the first two sections, basically, cutting it all the way off, cutting your front off, and then using that front piece, cutting off the bottom three, and then leaving the top two to kind of curve up around, and that holds it in there pretty well. I don't think they'll be able to beat it up around. And like I said, you could bolt it down here if you'd like to and screw through. I just use that thin wire and sewed it together. Works great. The reason I left, the three sides around is because this side gives you the sturdiness of it to sit and not tilt over. And I'm going to position it to where they can also get around to the back side if they want to get hay, along the back end here, or they can come into the front. They'll be able to probably go through these sides. So I think all in all, it'll work pretty good, I think, with this thought, and just using an old frame off of the IBC tote. And you can basically pretty much grab it in the middle of that thing, pick it up, and take off with it. So let's go see if the pigs are gonna like it. They're gonna dig through the stuff that's on the ground. You piggos. See, they like hay. Obviously, I guess they're just not liking change.
Well, when they eat everything on the ground, they all have no choice but to get what's in the feeder. I like it. Turned out nice.
Alrighty. What y'all doing? What y'all doing? So, holds a good amount. They can get to this back side, they can get to the side, they can get to the front. I think it turned out not too bad for just the used tote part. I had taken out the plastic tote this to, you know, do a little temporary pig house with it anyway, so got to use the frame out of it. Now, of course, now I've got a bottom to do something with. But, so if you got any thoughts on it, put those down below. Sure would appreciate it. And thank y'all for coming along today, and y'all have a great and wonderful one. Can't wait to see y'all till next time. Later, everyone.